Sometimes I just feel stuck. Feels like there's so much going on and so much like chaos, with all these potential business ventures and, Instagram and social media, all these, feelings of other people progressing, and it kind of makes you feel behind, regardless of how much you're doing. And, with all this chaos, I kind of find myself like seeking comfort, like watching a lot of like stuff on my computer and just kind of like being mindless. And what I'm kind of realizing is beyond all the numbness, right? Like when you numb yourself with that, with social media or like your computer or whatever, it's kind of like there's a really, really explosive emotion under that numbness, right? So like I said in my intense video, like I'm a pretty intense person and I'm kind of feeling, mellow because I just woke up. But what I mean is when under that numbness, there's something really, really solid. Like, and it could be a bunch of emotions. It could be anger. It could be, feeling sad, being guilty, being shameful, being driven. Something. So what I mean is when I snap out of that sort of like numbness feeling, right? Like you're on your phone playing an app or you're watching, stuff on your computer, whatever, and you snap out of that, there's something really solid. It's like, you ever hear a song, like I was listening to See You Again, that Wiz Khalifa, like Paul Walker song for Fast and Furious. And that song just gets me crying, bro. Like I'm always just like, it just brings up something really solid in me, bro. Because we all have, those really, really explosive sort of experiences, right? Or really, really, not triggering, but I guess the word would more be impactful. We all have those really impactful experiences that maybe we don't go back to enough. We haven't learned enough from those experiences. So they can come up in your dreams, your subconscious, but when you numb yourself, bro, you're like stripping your ability to feel. And to feel, really motivates you to do, right? So when I'm in the gym, like it gets intense. I play music that brings out emotions in me, whether it's motivation, whether it's being driven or inspired, whether it's being sad, like whatever it is, feelings have power to them. Pain has power to them. So you really got to be careful and be mindful when you're numbing yourself. And it's also like, if you are numbing yourself, bro, and I don't talk about it too much on my channel, but it's really important to be empathetic with yourself and kind of compassionate, because it's really important to be empathetic and compassionate with yourself when you're numbing yourself, because it's okay to do that, like it's not always dive in head first and be hard and da-da-da. It's like, bro, we're human beings. Like give yourself some compassion. And I'm talking to myself. I'm so ruthless and merciless with myself, and I never show myself that empathy and compassion that I would show someone else. If someone else comes to me with a problem, I'm very like, open and trying to explain to them why, oh, I can understand why that happened. I can understand why you did that. Like, it's okay, bro. Like, you're not a bad person. These things happen. Like, da-da-da. And I'm, doing that person a service by doing that, because I think other people are beautiful. I think they have light. I think they're awesome. But for me, I don't give myself that same energy, bro. Like, I don't give myself that same energy, point blank. And I don't know why I don't do that, right? I think we all do that. Like, and I was saying to my mom, I was talking to her about this the other day. Like, if I were one of my friends, from my perspective, I would think I was awesome. Like, I would look at that person like, yo, like, you're inspiring, you're out of the box, you're trying different things, and you're so unapologetic and willing to really just talk about what's on your mind, and to, talk about these topics that aren't exactly accepted or, common amongst, especially people in our age demographic. So I would think that's awesome. I would think that's dope and that's bold. And not only that, it's like, I know personally, I really care about people, bro. And honestly, it's almost a detriment, because it's like I put other people before myself in some senses, where it's like I gotta focus on myself, and I overextend myself to people who wouldn't do the same for me. But then again, I don't like base it off that. I overextend because that's who I am. You know, I'll text you and ask how you're doing, not because I expect you to text me back, but because I know that, you know, there's a chance that most people appreciate that, and it could boost their day and it could make them better people. So it's kind of just like, that's why I do it. But getting back to the sort of numbness aspect that we all kind of, you know, go through, it's really important to realize how you feel when you're numb. Like, try to invoke some presence when you're feeling numb, or when you're just like binging, you know, Netflix or whatever. It's natural, it's possible, you know, it's natural that we do that. There's a reason why we do it. So for me, when I do it, it's like I judge myself even more, you know? And it's like, nah, bro, maybe you need that day, you know? Maybe you need that a little bit, right? And it's like, there's a difference between a little bit and then like letting it get out of reason. But it's like, that's an indication, that's a sign. Everything in your life is an indication and sign. If you're not feeling whole energetically, there's a reason for that. If you're feeling happy and ecstatic, there's a reason for that. Your behaviors, there's a reason for your behaviors. There's a reason for how you treat people. So it's like, I'm trying to judge myself less and just like observe more, you know? Like, don't beat yourself up. Like, I watched like 6 hours of Ink Master yesterday. It's like, okay, yeah, that's not good, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and beat myself up over it, because that's, one, not even useful to my productivity, and it's not even useful to my psyche. You know, I hold myself accountable, but I'm not gonna sit here and beat myself up. So anyway, why am I watching 6 hours of Ink Master? Well, I'm not feeling inspired, you know? I've been kind of down about my body, in the sense that like I'm not getting that pump, and just been feeling kind of tired and in a rut and da-da-da, you know? But that's good information to have. You know, that's good information to realize, okay, this is why I'm feeling that. So meet yourself with compassion, bro. Treat yourself like you would someone else. So that's really what I think, man. You know, and like I said, bro, we all numb ourselves. We all do that. And I'm willing to bet that if you're watching my channel, you're more hard on yourself than a lot of people. And that's a blessing and a curse, like I said. You know, it's not, I'm not saying to like, just give yourself a pass at all times and just like always indulge in that stuff and don't think anything of it. But I'm also not saying to like beat yourself up excessively. It's a balance, bro. We're humans at the end of the day. And it's like, you know, what is life? What is productivity? What, like, you know, at the end of the day, does it really matter if, you know, you have X amount in your bank account and you have like, does that really matter? We put that shit on a pedestal, but it's like we neglect the journey, bro. This shit is the prize. Like, me walking, talking, experiencing, I have another day of life, dog. Like, that's the perspective. You don't want to get so caught up in your goals that you forget everything else. That is powerful. You really don't. Because, you know, it's good to have goals and it's good to strive towards them, but it's also good to fucking appreciate yourself as you're doing all that. It's good to enjoy everything around you, you know? We're a byproduct of our environment and nature, bro. Sometimes you gotta get out and switch your mind frame a little bit, you know? Enjoy yourself a little bit. Just give yourself some compassion. Like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Naturally, bro. I feel like this video hits, bro. I feel like it does. People be numbing themselves, bro, all the time, but don't judge that, you know? Like, strive to improve it, but it's like, understand why it's happening. You can't improve it. You can't just put your head down and be like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But you're doing no analysis, you know, as to why. You have no plan. It's like, all right, well, I'm doing that because I feel uninspired and I feel like, you know, my body isn't right. It's like, okay, bro, but at the same time, maybe my expectations for my body are too high because I'm being impatient right now. It's like the journey of a shoulder rehab is like 4 to 6 months. I'm like a month or two out. You know, what am I expecting? And I'm trying and I'm figuring like, oh, if I work hard, you know, it'll be faster, which it will be, but at the same time, it takes time. So it's kind of like you gotta calibrate your perspective. Work hard, but at the same time, it's like I'm expecting so much of myself. Work hard, but it's like, am I really gonna sit here and try to enforce like 2 workouts a day and all this? It's like, bro, just get in the gym. Like, get in the gym consistently. And it's like, I'm trying to put this bar so high, and then I beat myself up. And I'm like, if I'm not feeling it, bro, I'm not feeling it, you know? I'm gonna put in the work, like I'm gonna put in some degree of work, but if 2 workouts a day, like, is that really even beneficial for me right now? Like, I'm trying to push like I'm fully healthy. I'm not fully healthy. If I were fully healthy, you know, it'd be a different story. But I need to adjust my goals to where I am. That's a fact. I need to adjust my goals to where I am in the situation that I'm in. Bro, I'm not healthy, you know? And it's like, think about that for you. It's good to have high goals, but at the same time, it's like you gotta be able to actually hit that shit and reach it. Balance that. All right, I'm out. I'll catch you. Peace.